Yo, what is good, everybody? We are back with PPL Season 2, Week 5, Heat of the Week. I'm here this time. I know last week Eli picked up the slack. I appreciate the hell out of that because I had a super busy week, so...
Well, welcome back, KJ. It's good to have you back, because literally the day after I recorded the solo episode, I tried to beat the Rooster allegations, and I failed. This used to be a big purple circle, because I dove for the thing, and my elbow hit gravel and a bunch of rocks. So, that's... Yep, he's making fun of me right now.
Man's trying to beat the Rooster allegations and failing.
Yep, that's where we are right
next
now.
Week,
but
though,
don't
right?
worry, this is literally the last week of this. Like, I literally fly out as soon as this episode is over. Yeah.
Woo. Yo, we got some heat for y'all this week. We got some serious heat for y'all. This was a very, very good week. I'm really excited for all of the different sort of placements that we have for the Heat.
Yeah, KJ obviously wasn't here last week, but I told them, like, I alluded to this already, like, this is gonna be a fire episode. Week 5 is going to be a banger. When you get through when you get through every single set, you're gonna be like, wow, these two were not playing. These two were not kidding.
We have like a textbook Eli tier set too. Like
we'll get to that. We'll get to that very, very soon. But before I forget, this is the leaderboard that we currently have at the moment. Daria did win the honorable mention all the way back in week 1, and then got it the week KJ wasn't here. Lars actually made gold medal like 3 times. It was just that Killua set was against Lars, and I found that hysterical. Goodness. Yeah, I found that hysterical. So this is the podium going into this week. So without any hesitation, we're going to the Eli tier right now. And KJ said it properly. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. This is a textbook Eli set because it has a textbook Eli item. It has a textbook Eli item. So for y'all that don't know,
Eli outcome with said item. Let's be real about that. Because when
come on.
Yo, when you run this item, you know what happens.
For those who don't know, oh Lord. For those who do not know, blunder policy. If you miss the move, you get a free agility boost. Your speed goes up 2 stages if you miss the move. So, a lead Ursaluna from Seabad's side, a lead Blood Moon was Focus Blast, Blood Moon, Earth Power, Moonlight, right? And it had blunder policy. It went for the Focus Blast, turn 1, on the Lando I Call Mine. And it actually landed. I swear, this item is low-key better. This item is low-key better than Wide Lens when it comes to accuracy. I'm super convinced because when you want to miss the move, it lands. You can't make this stuff up, KJ. You can't make this stuff up.
Not at all. It's funny, when I was watching the games, when I saw that set, I was like, oh, this is an Eli tier. This has gotta be the Eli tier. Like, that was the first game that I watched. And yeah, I was just like, yep, this is Eli tier 100%. Like,
I didn't want to believe him at first because I was like, wait, like, because I like skipped through it. Like, I think I like skipped through like the first 5 turns of that game. But then like when I watched it back, I was like, oh, he landed said move. Oh. He landed the move that was supposed to miss. Yikes.
Yeah, I think this is this the first time that Seabad's been on the
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well, he had a bronze 2 weeks ago, but he's in the Eli tier this week. He had a bronze 2 weeks ago for Toxicroak, so now he's on.
Yes, the Toxicroak. That was a heat set. Yes.
Yeah, so now the Blood Moon is in the Eli tier today.
Next time,
KJ, tell him. Yeah, yeah. KJ, tell him who actually got bronze this week, for real.
Okay, so the bronze medal, and it's surprising. I think this is the first time that this person has been on Heat of the Week this season, which I know last season they dominated Heat of the Week.
That's right. We were like, oh, this coach is going to we're gonna see this coach so much going into week 1.
Yep.
And it only took this one until week freaking 5. It only took this one 5 weeks.
We hadn't seen anything from this coach. However, Addison brought banded Protean Gren, but to top it all off, not only was it banded, it had retaliate. Who the hell runs retaliate?
So for those who don't know, what retaliate is, if I remember properly, it's 70 base power, but that number doubles, on, if a mon fainted on your team the turn prior. So it's one of those so it's one of those techie revenge killing tactics. I think I only used it once on a Megalopony. That's about it. But at least let Megalopony get stabbed.
The thing is, the reason why it was brilliant is because I believe what happened was the Gren came in and it was able to just click retaliate on the Palafin and brought the Palafin to 7 HP. It was wild. I was like, oh my goodness. And honestly,
that was a wild button. That was a wild button to click on a wild game. That game was good. And the whole end game was just insane. Oh yeah. I think it had another normal type move on top of it.
Yeah, it was. So the set was choice band. It was Protean choice band, Gren with retaliate, quick attack, shadow sneak, and U-turn. It was. Yeah,
there was no stab. There was no natural stab on the bandit set. When you see banded Greninja, you could probably see a liquidation or a night slash in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. Nah, there were two normal moves, a ghost move and U-turn.
But you can do that with Protean, right?
You can get away with that with Protean because you're getting stabs on all your moves. You're not getting it the next turn, but you're locked into whatever move anyway. So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Had
the realistically, if the Gren had killed the Palafin, we might be putting this a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
we absolutely would.
Or
have.
If the Gren would have been able to click. If it would have been able to click more buttons or something like that, it switched. It got hit with it switched into, unfortunately, a U-turn from Protean Cinderace and got obliterated. But it definitely would have been in a really, really good spot. So yeah, I think again, this was heat, and I'm hoping we're gonna start seeing some more heat from Addison. I know Addison can cook up some of the craziest sets, right? So
hail Queen Aqua. That's all I gotta say. All hail Queen Aqua. Took you 5 weeks. It took you 5 weeks, but we're here.
Yeah, we're here. I'm hoping to see some more heat going forward. Do you want to jump into what got the silver this week?
The silver medal. The silver medal for this week is so when you think about this Pokemon, right? You usually talk about its regular abilities. So the first one being Levitate to switch into ground type moves and being immune to spikes and all that wonderful stuff. You have Neutralizing Gas, which cancels out pretty much every ability in the game. That's super neat, nice to have. But Lars pulled up with Misty Surge, the hidden ability. Lars pulled up with so the whole set was Strange Theme, Wisp, Pain Split. It might be Protect, Pain Split. It's either Wisp.
Yeah, it was Pain Split. Yeah, it was Pain Split, Strange Theme, Haze, And Misty Explosion.
Yeah, Misty Explosion is the key. So with Misty Surge, the effects, so there's like 2 effects that make Misty Surge like important. So one, you have the ability to like give like your whole team, or no, the whole field doesn't get status.
The whole field, yeah.
If you're grounded.
Yep.
If you're grounded. But the other effect is that Misty Explosion is boosted in this specific terrain. And so
And it cuts dragon moves.
Yeah, and so when Quaquaval, tried his best to, to click a move in front of Weezing Galar, it just boomed. It wasn't a regular
so
normal attack boom. It was a fairy type boom. So it was, stab, super effective explosion on poor Donald, as Dashing would say. Oh
So,
boy.
I just want to say that entire game was heat in general. So it was Lars and
it was
Frank,
the beer lock,
and
bro. Of course it was gonna be
They
heat.
did a beer lock. Yo, it was so good. Like the game itself was heat. The Weezing set was heat. Like, yo, it was fucking awesome. Like, it was so dope. So, yo, shout out to Lars for getting second this week.
Yeah, that's right. He has 2 gold medals, and now he's got a silver on top of it. So
Lars is cooking.
Lars has been cooking. He has been cooking. It's not 3 gold medals, but it's still impressive nevertheless.
True.
But
True. I think that's the highest right now. Two golds and a silver.
Yeah,
we'll see the
Daria
leaderboard in a little bit, but
yeah, Daria probably has the second highest if I were to guess. But KJ, tell him who got gold this week. If Lars didn't get it, then who did?
Man, yo, this set. So I actually saw this set before the game. Like, I'm in like I'm in a prep server with this person, and they posted it, and I didn't think it was gonna work, but they were like, you know what? When I say I don't think it was gonna work, I didn't think it was gonna put in as much work as it did, right? However, my boy Shroom Raver rolled up with a DD Lumberry Earthquake Poltergeist Mew. Now you would say like, oh, that's pretty standard, right? Like, so his plan was to be able to live like or be able to DD and shake off a T-Wave para from a Jirachi, and then still have like the speed. The Jirachi gets paralyzed, he's in a good spot, right? But the heat happened with the 4th move. The 4th move was Skill Swap. My man brought Skill Swap, and not only did he bring it, he got to Skill Swap with the Azumarill to take huge power. So man had a +2/+2 huge power Mew and was able to just click buttons. It was absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, that was like, he was looking, he was like, oh, well, huge power would be great to be able to take. There was like Regenerator, he was like, oh, that could be good to take. Yo, my man got the huge power and was able to just put in work with Mew. Like,
and I think the overlooked part that we missed as well for this set is like, you skill swap Synchronoise. So now Azumarill doesn't get huge power, it gets Synchronoise. So then the Aqua Jet is doing significantly less the following turn. Like, I saw the Aqua Jet and I was just like, that is pitiful damage. Super unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure he also clicked knockoff. The turn that he skill swapped, he clicked knockoff, and it did nothing because there was no item and he didn't have huge power anymore. Yo,
exactly.
Masterful prep on Shroom Raver's part. Like, holy crap, that was so good. That has been, and like, just for me, that has been my favorite set that I've seen all season. Like, the fact that he was able to get the skill swap off was just unbelievable.
Yeah, this might be heat of the season, folks. This might be heat of the season. When we get to that episode, I don't know. I don't know. It might take the cake.
Hey, we're gonna have to find out.
It might just take the cake. But as promised, here is the updated leaderboard. Oh, brightness. Come on. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. There we go. So, any thoughts, KJ, when you look at this updated board? Like, anything that stands out to you in particular? I know we talked about Lars having medals a little bit. I mean, I kind of like the diversity in the bronze.
I was going to say, there's a lot of coaches are on this list. Like, just looking at it, like, a lot of people have been bringing heat. I like it.
I really think the fact that like so many people, so many different coaches are on the podium or even in the Eli tier, like that's super dope for the league. Like this PPL roster can like turn the heat up, can turn the stove on when needed to, and this right here proves it. This right here proves it. Like it proves my theory correct. It really does. We have 3 weeks left. We have 3 more episodes before the what's it called? Before the award show thingy to recap all the heat of the weeks, I believe.
And so, I think so far 13 of the 18 coaches have been on heat of the week. I was just counting on the scoreboard.
Oh, so okay.
That's impressive.
Yes. Yes, so that would be a great storyline going into the last 3 weeks. Like, will the 5 that are missing, you know who you are. You know who you are.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like I showed the list right here. So the 5 coaches that are not on here, that are not on my phone, will you get on the podium? Will you get on the Eli tier? That's the headline going into the next 3 weeks for me.
All right, so I think we're good to wrap up here. Again, Eli will be back in the States. We'll be back in the States. He'll beat the Rooster allegations next week. Any closing thoughts?
No, you closed them. You closed them for me.
Perfect.
Yeah, you closed them for me. I have what time? I have an hour and a half before I get up and catch this flight. So with that, it's been your boy the Rebel. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.